My question isn't on what Israel's response is. It's more on your example. And your example is more, taking out the target. And wouldn't, if Gaza want to do that, right, wouldn't they actually target military targets, which might help them?
No.
What's the point of killing civilians?
Well, the point of committing civilians is very simple. To transmit the message to Israel. If you are going to murder our civilians, we're going to murder yours. If our civilians aren't safe, your civilians aren't safe. If you're going to periodically commit high-tech killing sprees in Gaza at your whim, well, we're going to commit low-tech, very low-tech as it happened, low-tech killing sprees in Israel. So my view is, when I thought through the whole matter, I thought the most compelling statement, you'll find it in that introduction. If you look back at the text, there's a quote I give from what was called the New York Working Men's Party. Okay, it's indented in smaller font. Okay, I'd like you to read. Now, the New York Working Men's Party described the Nat Turner Rebellion, the rebellion of the African American slaves in 1831, led by Nat Turner. The New York Working Men's Party said it was an unjustifiable atrocity. An unjustifiable atrocity. We're not going to try to justify it. The atrocities that occurred in October during the Nat Turner revolt were unjustifiable. You can't justify them. I agree with that regarding October 7th. They're unjustified. You can't justify them. But then what did they go on to say? They said, what were they guilty of? Were they out to plunder, steal? No. They wanted to be free.
Mm-hmm.
And in their minds, the only way they could be free was to indiscriminately, notice the word, to indiscriminately kill that whole race of people who they justifiably believe were the source of their torment and agony in life. And in my opinion, that's the correct moral balance. The atrocities, they can't be justified. But the belief that the only way that the people of Gaza could end their torment and acquire their God-given right to freedom, the only way they could attain that goal was to, quote, indiscriminately kill the race of people who they justifiably believed were responsible for their torment. I think that's an accurate depiction of the Nat Turner Rebellion, or I should say an accurate moral judgment on the Nat Turner Rebellion, and it's a correct moral judgment on October 7th. They justifiably believed that the only way to free themselves from this torment, this 70-year torment, was to indiscriminately kill the whole of that race, which they, to quote the New York Working Men's Party, justifiably believed was responsible for their enslavement.